The hallway outside the Texas State Senate seemed almost like the backstage of a rock concert after the special session.
Today was democracy in action.
Senator Wendy Davis ended her night with supporters.
From Peggy in Austin, Texas.
After more than 11 hours of talking and standing nonstop.
Please accept this copy of my testimony.
To run up the clock and kill the abortion bill.
Tonight was pretty unprecedented. Tonight, in many ways, was historical.
Certainly one to watch. Republicans cut Davis' filibuster short, just shy of midnight, the deadline they needed to meet for a vote.
It's probably the worst night that I've experienced since I've been in the Senate.
Democrats worked to keep time ticking.
The rules were ignored, and the whole process was rigged.
But hit roadblocks in the final minutes.
At what point must a female senator raise her hand or her voice to be recognized over the male colleagues in the room?
The thousands of Davis supporters took over. Troopers had to force several out of the chamber.
You missed a hell of a show.
Well, they did everything they could, including, getting the crowd to chant. I mean, you had House members, Democrat House members, revving up the crowd, trying to drown us out so we couldn't do our business. That's not the way democracy works.
The vote came and went, a little too late to count, thanks to what some are now calling the people's filibuster, and of course, their chosen rock star.
My back hurts, and I don't have a whole lot of words left in my vocabulary after all that talking, but I am overwhelmed, honestly, by the thousands of people who participated in what happened today.
Now there's a reemergence of talk. Davis, a Fort Worth Democrat who gained worldwide exposure last night, might run for governor next year. This evening, she released a statement about the new special session. Misplaced priorities, she says, of legislative leaders squandered a tremendous opportunity to make much-needed improvements. Now some Republicans say Davis' show actually caused too much commotion.
The precedent has been set now that if people who don't like a bill, whatever the bill is, if people don't like a bill, let's just show up with 400 or 500 people and sit in the gallery, and when it comes down to the final vote that we don't want, we're going to make so much noise you cannot hear yourself, which we couldn't.
That was Senator Dan Patrick, who says he plans to go back to the Capitol on Monday and look into the rules of something like this, hoping to prevent such a display by the public from becoming the norm at the Capitol. Josh Hinkle, KXAN News.
Thank you so much, Josh. 3 arrests were made overnight at the state Capitol. One woman was arrested for assault by contact and resisting arrest. One man was arrested for disorderly conduct, and one woman was arrested for public intoxication. If it had passed, Senate Bill 5 would have put some of the toughest restrictions on abortion in the country, including a fetal pain provision, that meaning abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy would be a no-go because of the notion that the fetus is developed enough to feel pain. But again, with Governor Perry calling for a second special session, the battle over tougher restrictions on abortions in this state is not over.